Welcome in, everyone. Hopefully, everyone's okay and doing well. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. Hopefully, my voice is recording because I'm doing this at work on my lunch break. But we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're using the DC Infinite app or DC Universe Infinite app. I don't know what it's called, honestly. And we're going to do like a read along review or read and review. Rar, not rar or rar, like a rare, yeah, something like that. So we're just gonna do some of that. Yeah, we're gonna go old school today, and I don't know, we'll bounce around between like different comic book series and whatnot in the DC universe for the moment, and then we'll get. We'll dive a little bit deeper. Catch up on the newer stuff. We'll bounce around. We'll see where it takes us. It just all depends. Let's go old school. We're kicking it real old school though today. Where is it? Where art thou? Um, this app can be used on your phone and on your computer. I think the website. I don't think they have like an actual app on the computer, but it can be used on your computer on a website. I haven't actually tried it yet. But let's get into it. So we're doing Action Comics number one. Let's see. Oh, stop it. There we go. We're gonna do the. I do apologize because I didn't have all this set up beforehand. Um, I should have set this up before. I thought I had it set up, but I didn't. Oh god, this person next to me doesn't know how to park. Like I said, I'm at work while doing this, so we're gonna read and review and go how we feel. Talk about how we feel about this. I don't know how long each of these episodes will be. Some of them might be really short because if it's not like superhero related, we'll just cut it easily and just go from there. I will also apologize too if there is any background noise if you do hear because I'm on my AirPods. I'm not on my actual usual setup. If you do hear anything that's in the background, I do apologize for that as well. So let's get into it. Action Comics number one, June 1938. Look how old this is. This is pretty old. I know nowadays they remastered or remixed and for like up to date version of the cover, but honestly, it's a classic. It's nostalgic. Can't really complain about it. But let's get into it. Let's see. Is it gonna let me do the panel? There we go. Here we go. It's man by. Wait, what? Jerome Siegel, Joe Shuster. It's probably Joe Siegel and Jerome Schuster. They probably got those wrong. I think, I don't know. Oh no, it's Jerry Siegel. Yeah, that's right. Jerome Siegel and Joe Schuster. I'm an idiot. I'm the idiot. As a distant planet was destroyed by old age, a scientist placed his infant son within a hastily devised spaceship, launching it towards Earth. When the vehicle landed on Earth, a passing motorist, discovering the sleeping baby within, turned the child over to an orphanage. Attendants, unaware of the child's physical structure was millions of years advanced of their own, were astounded at his feats of strength. So you went to an orphanage? Let's pause right there. You went to an orphanage instead of going to the farm with Jonathan Kent and or Mrs. and Mrs. Kent. Like that's orphanage. Heard, noted. When maturity was reached, he discovered he could easily leap an eighth of a mile, hurdle a 20-story building, raise tremendous weights, run faster than an express train, and that nothing less than a bursting shell could penetrate his skin. So a bursting shell, I assume that's a bullet. I don't know what they call it, a bursting shell. So this Superman can't fly. Let's just start off with the bad. This one can't fly. It's just like how the if you guys are all caught up with them, which I need to go back and do. But if you've been paying attention and with all my little podcast episodes, I've been doing the cartoon from the 1940s, so that Superman cannot fly either. Back to it. Early Clark decided he must turn his titanic strength into channels that would benefit mankind, and so was created Superman, champion of the oppressed physical marvel, who had sworn to devote his existence to helping those in need. Next panel. A scientist's explanation of Clark Kent's amazing strength. Kent had come from a planet whose inhabitants' physical structure was a millions of years advanced of our own. Upon reaching maturity, the people of his race became gifted with a titanic strength. Incredible? No. For even today, our world exists creatures with super strength. The lowly ants can support weights hundreds of times its own. Grasshoppers leaps what to a man would be a space of several city blocks. Here we go. A tireless figure races through the night. So it's just I noticed like in this very first comic, it's bouncing around a lot. So it's like this little like short story so far. Like it gave you like a little bit of a backdrop of like what happened. He got shipped off. He was UPS'd and then to planet Earth and straight to an orphanage, and from there he wasn't in a farm growing up. He was just in an orphanage, and he actually uses his powers in front of people. The construction worker panel was a good show of that. Excuse me. Tireless figure races through the night. Seconds count. Delays means forfeit of an innocent life. The governor's estate finally is reached. Make yourself comfortable. I haven't time to attend to it. What do you mean? What do you mean by knocking this hour of the night? Must see the governor. It's a matter of life and death. I'll see him in the morning. I'll see him now. You bitch, I'll see him now. This is illegal entry. I'll have you arrested. Answer my questions, or are you going to take me to the governor? You should have just listened. No, I won't. Then I'll take you to him. Help, help, help. Yes, this is the governor's sleeping room. Don't think you're going to get away with this outrageous lot. Yes, and made of steel. Try and knock this door down. What an evil grin. He just breaks that motherfucker down. It was your idea. What's the meaning of this? Evelyn Curry is to be electrocuted in 15 minutes for murder. I have proof here of her innocence. A signed confession. Believing the governor menaced by a madman, the butler produces a concealed weapon. Reach for the ceiling, quick. Put that toy away. I warned you. Take another step and I'll shoot. Bang. Shoot, shoot, bang, bang. The bullet ricochets off Superman's tough skin. This is no time for horseplay. Don't you realize I've proof she's innocent and you alone can save her? Let me see those papers. Look on the bottom. This is 12 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago. Hurry, connect me to the penitentiary. Sorry. Stop. The governor has pardoned her. Thank God. I was told I was innocent. He's gone. Disappeared. Yes, but here's a note he left, sir. You'll find that the real murder is bound and delivered on the lawn of your estate. Oh, too far. Next morning, as Kent leaves for the newspaper, upon which he works as a reporter. Have you heard? The Curry girl is innocent. Let's see the paper. Good. I'm not mentioned. There you go. Miles away in the governor's private chamber. Gentlemen, I still can't believe my sentence. He's not human. Thank heaven he's apparently on the side of law and order. The Daily Star office. So it's not the Daily Planet at the beginning. It's called the Daily Star. I wonder when that will change. You wanted to see me. Yes, be seated. Did you ever hear of Superman? What? Reports have been streaming in that a fellow with a gigantic strength named Superman actually exists. I'm making it I'm making it your steady assignment to cover these reports. Think you can handle it, Kent? Listen, Chief, if I can't find out anything about this Superman, no one can. Hurry, Kent, tipped, a phoned tip, wife beating at 211 Court Avenue. I'm on my way. At 211 Court Avenue? Hold it. What do you want? Don't get tough. Tough is putting it mildly. The treatment you're going to get. You're not fighting a woman now. So they actually had woman beating in comics? That's crazy. I mean, the times have changed. Nowadays you wouldn't have that kind of thing. You ask for it. With a sharp snap, the blade breaks upon Superman's tough skin. Sorry, my drink fell. And now you're going to get a lesson you'll never forget. Fainted. Wow, you just faint like that. Look how old school that Superman logo is. It looks like a triangle. Hearing police sirens, Superman hurriedly dons street clothes over his uniform. It would be just too bad if they searched me. What are you doing here? Hello, Captain arrived just to find the place like this. Looks like our friend Superman had dropped in to pay a visit. What do you say to a date tonight, Lois? Okay, so later. This is later. I don't know how later, but this is later. I suppose I'll give you a break for a change. That night? Why is it you always avoid me at the office? Please, Clark, I've been scribbling sob stories all day long. Don't ask me to dish out another. Nice looking dame there, eh? Guess I'll cut in. Wait, Butch, suppose her escort don't like it. So what? If he gets nasty, I'll push his face in. It's going to be too good. I say, run along, I'm cutting in. But this is not a robber's dance. Trying to get flipped? Move quick if you know what's good for you. Clark, are you going to stand for this? Luckily, Kent adheres to his role of a weakling. Be reasonable, Lois. Dance with the fellow, and then we'll be right away. You can stay and dance with him if you wish, but I'm leaving now. Yeah, you'll dance with me, and you'll like it. Why you? Good for you, Lois. Lois, don't. So he said it in his head. Fight, you weak-livered polecat? Really, I have no desire to do so. Wait, Lois. But Lois, you asked me earlier in the evening why I avoid you. I'll tell you why now. Because you're a spineless, unbearable coward. She's out. Let's get out of here. I'll show that skirt. She can't make a fool out of the Butch Matson. A few minutes later. Doom. A hidden figure observes Butch and his fellow hoodlums leave the roadhouse. Butch forces Lois's taxi into a ditch. Pull over there. Let me go. Get in that car and shut up. Shut up. Well, maybe you two may meet again. What burns me up is that I let her yellow boyfriend off so easy. Then I'll hope it'll be soon. I kind of read that in the wrong order, but we're going to go with it. Hey, watch out. Someone's standing in the road ahead of us. Haha, watch me scare him off his wits. Look out, you'll hit him. Oh my goodness. Superman hurls the oncoming auto. Shouldn't it be oncoming car? Butch, step on the gas. He's chasing after us, the devil himself. Butch's car leaps forward like a released rocket, but is easily overtaken by Superman. Yow! So there's the cover right there. The occupants of the car are shaken out, and the car itself smashed to bits. Next, Superman takes Butch into one spring. Just a minute, Butch. Do you mind? This will take but a few seconds. Get me off of here? I feel like you would have been electrocuted on that thing. Okay, I'll cut you loose. You needn't be afraid of me. I won't harm you. Superman, Lois in his arms, Superman heads towards the city, depositing her upon the outskirts. I'd advise you not to print this little episode. Next morning, but I tell you, I saw Superman last night. Are you sure it wasn't a punk? It wasn't pink elephants you saw? Lois treats Clark colder than ever. I'm sorry about last night. Please don't be angry with me. Clark receives an assignment. Kent, the front page is getting so dull. I've even gone to headline card games. There's a war going on in a small South American republic, Samantha. And to stir up news, I'm sending you down there as a correspondent. Take along a camera and try to send back some good shots with your articles. Kent takes a train, not towards San Monte, but to Washington D.C. Why do you go to D.C.? It's kind of confusing. In the capital city, he attends a session of Congress. Sitting in the gallery, is that Senator Barrows speaking? Yes, yes, it is. Upon leaving the Senate chambers, Clark snaps a picture of a fugitive or furtive. I don't know what that says. A furtive speaking man speaking swiftly to Senator Barrows. When can I see you? I told you not to speak to me in public. My home tonight at 8:30 at the morgue of a local newspaper. Who's the chap speaking to Senator Barrows? Why, that's Alex Greer, the slickest lobbyist in Washington. No one knows what interest back him. 8:30 a.m. or p.m. outside the Senator Barrows residence. An eavesdropper listens in onto an interesting conversation. I've told you to avoid me in public. What would people think if they knew I had anything to do with you? Quit sputtering. I had to see you. Tell me, do you think you'll succeed in pushing the bill through? There's no doubt about it. The bill will be passed before its full implications are realized. Before any remedial steps can be taken, our country will be embroiled with Europe. Fine, we'll take care of you financially for this. I suppose you're going to be well taken care of yourself. You bet he will. Well, upon leaving Barrows, Greer is confronted by Superman, who is behind you in corrupting Senator Barrows. I don't know what you're talking about. So you're the one of these silent men, huh? Well, we'll see whether you'll talk. Let go of my hand. Your foot will do just as well. Oh man, he just fucking dragged the motherfucker. Stop. We will be electrocuted. No, we won't. Birds sit on the telephone wires and they aren't electrocuted. Not unless they touch a telephone pole and are grounded. Oops, almost touched that pole. Look, the Capitol. Let's pay a visit. Take me down. What a magnificent view. Help. I wonder if we could jump all the way to that building. No, don't. Despite Greer's frenzied protest, Superman leaps out into the night. Miss doggone it. And so begins the startling adventures of the most sensational strip character of all time, Superman. A physical marvel, a mental wonder, Superman is destined to reshape the destiny of a world. Only in Action Comics can the thrills at can you thrill at the daring deeds of this superb creation. Don't miss an issue. And I think that's that is the last page. So give me a second. We'll talk about it. I gotta end my lunch break here, and I gotta move my vehicle. So, like I said, if you hear any background music sound, I apologize. But let's talk about it. It was a very nostalgic comic. Okay, it was alright. Nothing special, to be honest with you. There were some things that were said in the comic or written in the comic that would not fly with stuff nowadays. You know what I mean? Like calling women skirts, and there was a couple of woman beating. Woman beating would not be in a comic nowadays. And a few other things. You know what I mean? For how old it is, it stands. You know what I mean? The comic still stands as a great opener from when it was released. You know what I mean? It seems like a whole bunch of little short stories were compiled into it, but it was a good amount. You know what I mean? A good starter. I assume correct me if I'm wrong. I assume it was like on a weekly thing, like a Sunday thing, because it does say strip, and they probably took those 2 or 3 weeks worth of comics and put it, or 2 or 3 weeks of those strips and put it all in one. You know what I mean? So it's they probably compiled it at some point and put it all together. But yeah, I mean, it was good. No complaints here. Like I said, very nostalgic. Brings you back into the time of how comics were written back in the day. And yeah, I mean, there's not much I can say. You know what I mean? I mean, as we go along, we'll put our input more into more and more as we go along. But you know, it's a great first issue. It's a great start opener from the time that it was released. Now, if that was released nowadays, it would not fly. Like I said, it wouldn't fly nowadays. But from when it was released, it's good. You know what I mean? It makes you want more. You know what I mean? It definitely gives you that. I don't know if you guys got the newspaper growing up, but you know the Saturday or Sunday newspaper with your family, and you got those comic book strips, those Archies, those weekly Archies in the newspaper. You know, it gave you that vibe. You know what I mean? Like you got Superman every week at that time, and it makes you want more. You know what I mean? I don't know if there's going to be a Superman in every Action Comics. The next issue, when I saw it, didn't really give me that feel. Um, but we won't know until we get into it. Um, as I said before, we're going to try and do these when I can. So whenever I can do these, I'm going to do them. If I don't, that's way there's more content for you guys to check out on the podcast or podcast playlist. Where's this box at? Like I said, I'll try and do it whenever I can. I just had some extra time on lunch after eating lunch and said, "Fuck it, let's do it real quick." So yeah, hopefully I can do them consistently and post them weekly or daily for you guys to check out, and we'll go from there. This adds more to the like I said, the movie reviews I've been doing or the TV show reviews I've been doing. It gives a little extra. You guys can read along and review with me, or just read and review with me. It's whatever you're feeling. Um, I do apologize if I don't have the prettiest voice, and if I mispronounce things all the time. I'm a very bad reader. I've never really shared this with a lot of people, but I actually am a very bad reader, um, because of my attention disorder that I have, that I've always had. Um, it's just bad. I can't comprehend what I'm reading. Obviously, if there's pictures involved, I can definitely comprehend what I'm reading. It's just a lot easier for me. Um, any kind of books back in the day that a normal person could read, I can't read. Like I probably have read maybe 7 to 10 books, and it's because I could visually picture them in my head. And 7 out of those 10 were definitely Harry Potter. There was a couple other ones that I read. Oops, didn't mean to turn it. There was a couple other ones I read, but it takes a lot to get my attention. When I'm reading something, it's like I'm Hawaii. You know, and it's even happened in conversations. You know what I mean? I'm in Hawaii. I'm talking to you. Um, you know. So I mean, there'll be times where if I pause, it's because, or if I mispronounce something, it's because of that. You know what I mean? Trying to comprehend and keep along with you guys. But I do, you guys, appreciate hanging out and doing one of these little test read-alongs and reviews with me. And I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. Peace.